Buonasera, buonasera. Eccoci per un'altra oretta in compagnia con Final Fantasy X-2. Questa sarà l'unica live di oggi, mercoledì 2 dicembre 2020, perché stasera ho preso un po' di riposo. In realtà non ci sarebbe dovuta essere, tanto passiamo di qua, non ci sarebbe dovuta essere neanche questa live, ma col fatto che l'avevo saltata lunedì alle 6, ho detto recuperiamo nel mercoledì. Oggi voglio proprio non usare la guida, proprio non... chi se ne frega. Andiamo a picchiare... L'unica cosa che so è che c'è un dungeon con un boss in fondo adesso. Al di là di quello... Allora, come facevo ad andare là? Devo tornare qua? No, era più avanti. Forse. Sì, dove c'è il cazzo. Devo anche fissare il 17, che non è il 17 nel titolo. Vabbè, voi lo vedrete già. Lo vedrete già come 18 se lo guardate su YouTube, ma devo verificarlo anche su Twitch quando lo sistemo. Ecco, una critica che potrei muovere a questo gioco. Le ambientazioni nuove, la gran parte delle nuove ambientazioni è fatta veramente in modo minimalistico, con corridoi e basta. I mostri non sono niente di particolare. Se volessi proseguire, perché c'è questo coso viola tra l'altro? Sì, però capisci che anche mettere un dungeon così lungo non sono ancora convinto di Riku Samurai, però è forte, ha un sacco di vita. Hey freak, long time no see, man. Nothing happens. What's the word in English? Yeah, my hair's grown. In all the wrong places. I'm sorry, that was all for. At least my headache's gone, so that's something. Yeah, why you ask us, grow hair? That is actually an interesting question. I mean, why do they grow hair? I mean, what's the function? I mean, hair is supposed to be like a vestige of our ancestry for when we used to be cold and naked and outside. So, why would you grow hair in a place that's already supposed to be warm by itself, given the fact that it's like enclosed? So things going in. Well,
nice knowing you.
According to what I hear in the news, they're absolutely not doing a very good job of keeping things from going in. I mean, there are some magical stories that are like, alright. I mean, I don't even know how they're possible from an anatomic point of view, to be honest. Maybe a couple times in the past, it was a lot nicer, so it's awkward to show you. Yeah, I can guess it would be. Again, they're a little makeup. Yeah, you know what? The bars are misleading because when I see that my voice goes quite a bit higher than the bars on OBS, then I feel safe, you know. but I'm assuming... Yeah. Oh, Riku got stopped. That's bad. Because some months ago I had the opposite problem. I was keeping the game too low. I mean, for me the volume was correct in the Windows mixer, but it was too low in the bars. So whenever I rewatched my videos, because like I said before, I do that. Whenever I rewatched my videos, it was almost impossible to hear the game volume. So I guess I overcorrected that, and now I have the opposite problem. Because the idea is that, you know, when there's like a spoken cutscene in a game, I don't talk, and I talk when there's silence. But again, in a hectic context like this, I guess my voice can get lost in the process. Why don't I use the fast forward? I will get over it soon, by the way. Because I've never played, I've seen it played, I've seen it completed. What is this? I've seen some streamers, Italian streamers playing it and getting incredibly angry while playing it, especially some usually calm and collected streamers that I follow, or used to follow more like. Yeah, that's a fair point. I mean, I guess it's because I'm trying to play games, you know, these kinds of long games that put lots of importance on the story, that I like, you know, story and dialogue and cutscenes to be hearable clearly, but then again, mostly because I still don't have an actual following, so I'm assuming most people, well, it's not like I'm assuming, because technically this stream will be seen by, with the exception of you and me, will be watched, if ever, on YouTube in 2-3 years maybe. So why do I see there's a... Okay, now it doesn't open. Fair enough. So maybe it opens from the other side. I really hope there is a save sphere at the end of this dungeon, because the boss at the end of this dungeon is going to be a slutty woman. A very, very slutty woman. And according to what I've heard about it. And I don't want to redo all this dungeon, because like I said today in your stream, if I die at the end of the boss and I have to redo this whole dungeon all over again, I'm not going to play this game any longer. Or, well, I'm going to skip this part, at the very least, since it's not mandatory. Because a slutty woman I'll buy. You buy the slutty woman? Well, I guess you buy the services of the slutty woman. Actually, you know, one of the very interesting things I used to think about some years ago, and you can tell by that I had a very boring life at times, is the differences in usage or meaning in all the English ways of saying slut. Because slut sounds more derogatory than, you know, like it's something you would tell a non-slut to call her a slut, case in point. Whereas, well, you have bitch, whore maybe, I guess it's more like the job itself, still derogatory, but yeah, bitch just means a horrible person or a female dog. Actually, we have the same way of saying things in Italian. We We do say, oh, you're a female dog to a horrible woman. Whereas if we say you're a dog to a man, we mean that you're very unskilled in doing whatever it is you're doing. Like doing something as a dog would do it in Italian means doing it very badly. In fact, one of the most colorful ways of describing a job not well done is saying it was done in the dick of a dog. Then I know the old-fashioned words, which I guess are strumpet, floozy. There was also wench, but wench I think is more... wench is more like a maid at a slutty bar or something. Yeah, or even not that, okay. Because I hear that often in pirate songs and stuff. What else? Tart? I really don't like the fact that we're reaching the end and there's no save here, but there's the guy we're supposed to find. Tart, and I'm... pretty much these are all the ones I know. We do have a variety of words for that in Italian too. And most of them are actually from very specific female names for animals, like female pig but regional, female rat. And the interesting thing is that most people don't even know that those names come from the females of animals. And case in point, this fight is going to be a bitch, like I said. Maybe not, because we are massively over-leveled.
Howdy!
Howdy? What howdy? What the heck are you doing?
I found a hole, so I decided to explore it.
That's a spirit. You find a hole and you explore it.
But this place is swarming with fiends. I can't get out. Do Pop a favor and show him the way out of here. Ow! Oh! Ow, 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 ow. Must have pulled something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you are so lame.
Well, yeah, if he can't walk, he's lame. Sorry.
Hey, let a man keep his pride.
Sorry.
Got a better idea?
That was lame.
Well, how
That
about
was
this?
lame. I was thinking the same thing.
Scrap that thing.
Oh. Oh, he blinded me. Oh, gosh darn it to heck. Make me think. Jesus. Well, he's not dealing any kind of damage to me, actually. Okay, no, I was worried for nothing. Really. Put him on exploring a hole? Which one? Who is your favorite of the three? Why am I making this? I just tie them all to separate bets from them. To separate bets? That's going to hurt. No, not so much. Well, kinda. Whoa, that was fortunate. Okay, never mind. That was a very well, not a very stupid boss, because this game, well, this style of games is full of gimmicks. Like, this boss was supposed to gather data from all the fights we did throughout the game that included those flying thingies, and prevent me from using the attacks I use in all those fights against those little thingies, flying thingies, against it itself. I guess it didn't work with physical attack, which is all I've been doing on this game anyway. Plus, like I said, we're massively over-leveled. Listen to one woman moan is bad enough.
You're welcome aboard
Well,
our
you
airship.
can, can put some tape around her mouth, although that would possibly hinder her, it's a trade-off. Also that, without...
Sid and brother have put each other through a lot over the years.
Like how in
Not
like
even
2
Regan
years
knows
when
what
I'm
caused the final falling out.
famous and
Still,
appreciated
there's
streamer,
something nice about the whole thing.
people will be going back to
If
his
only I
lives
could've
and
talked
say,
like this
"Oh,
with
that's so
my father.
sexist and
Or you,
not
with
feminist
yours.
at all." How's the word? How's the male version of feminist in English? If there ever even is such a word. I don't know. That's for the... Yeah, I upload them on YouTube. That's why. Well, I can make it private and say, I didn't... It got lost. I mean... Sexist asshole. No, I mean, for... Masculist? That sounds horribly wrong. Maleist? No. Guess we don't need such a word. But from a linguistic point of view, it's interesting that there is no such word. It makes you think about... Yeah, I want cake too, man. Well, that's what I always used to say. I'm all for equality, but that has to be equality, not, like many companies and even governments here are claiming, 50% of our, I don't know, team members, whatever, board members, what have you, will be made up of females, and like, that's not equality. That's, for me, that's implying women are less worthy than men. If you say we have to make a law that requires 50% of females on boards or whatever, that's implying that by themselves they won't be able to reach those places. Which I guess technically it happens, but yeah, that's not doing it merit based. You shouldn't be concerned about having 50% of women. You should be concerned about having 100% worthy people, no matter if they're male, female, or everything in between, or outside. I mean, show me an alien that is a better politician or whatever than what we have right now. Hell yeah, I'll vote for him, or her, it, them.
Too easy.
I agree, I agree. Yeah, let's vote for Twinson. I mean, he saved the world twice. If that's not enough. Not just one world, even. He saved one world twice and another world once. Yeah, I know that. That's why you say that something is alienating. Because it puts you outside of whatever thing you're usually doing. Well, not technically. Alienating means more like it puts you like in discomfort. It removes you from yourself, technically. At least in Italian. I don't know if in English it's the same. Like, an alienating job is something that you stop being yourself because it's so boring and dull and whatever that. I think I'm supposed to go this way. I'm making stuff up, but I don't care. I stopped using the guide because it wasn't worth it anyway to use the guide. So if the guide is not bringing me to 100% completion, I guess, then it's not worth using it at all. That's the thing with Mishida. If you never heard an actual word spoken, you don't know how to pronounce it.
I guess this place doesn't have much time left. Kinda sad to think that all of this will be gone, huh?
At least we have our memories.
I should put some text-to-speech as well to have some jokes. Is that it? Do I need to do something else? Well, I guess I could... No. The woods end here, as far as I know.
How dare ye drag ye sorry bum back here! Ye cast away the family business.
What is anybody to do it? Mine's a massive hack rhetoric. No, it's fine. I mean, the way I do it is I just search for some pre-compiled, ready-made, turnkey way, and if it works, good. If it doesn't,
well, I couldn't help it. I got an itch for peddling. I did. Oh, get in here. Don't want you catching cold.
That's British, right?
Pound some business sense into that hapless head of yours.
A bit overdone, if you ask me, but that's British.
The best place for getting customers.
This one sounds like he's faking it, but this one sounds real.
Open your eyes, lad. Maybe he failed to notice.
Maybe.
This customer has just graced us with her presence.
Lady Yuna.
Oh, I understand why our
Now's your
teachers
chance to practice, lad. Do it just like
always used to say that English is all about moving the tongue inside your mouth for vowels. Maybe.
You buffoon!
Sometimes I would say maybe.
Put some
Maybe.
spine into it, lad.
Sounds like a pirate, actually. The way he keeps saying lad. Although lad, I don't think lad is limited to pirates, but
Welcome to Oakas.
No! Welcome to Oakas!
that was too much.
Oakas, welcome to. That's not right.
Read my lips. Welcome to Oakas!
Welcome to Oakas. Read your lips.
Welcome to Oakas.
Was this? Was all of this necessary? Like,
That's not how it goes.
how it goes? There's one O. Why should goes?
Everything's returned to normal, I guess.
That's how it goes. You know, I can do fake Italian accent. I mean, even if I tried, I couldn't do that. I mean, I guess I can apply Italian pronunciation to English words to make it sound like I'm an unscholared Italian, but okay. Now I hope they don't make me redo all this part again. What time is it? By the way, 4:23. No, I still have something to do. I have no clue what, but I have some stuff to do. Because until I get the episode complete or concluded writing, I just finished saying I wouldn't use the guide, but if I don't know what to do, I'd rather use the guide than just randomly walk around for like half an hour. which is something I hate in these games, because one thing is talking to people. Okay, I guess this was a scene I needed to see. One thing is, like you said earlier, talking with people
Hey guys,
to know
mind giving me a moment alone?
where you should go.
What?
Another thing is just
Got it.
putting
Come
a
on,
scene in whatever map and just having the player wander
sure.
around until he finds that actual map. Or like many of these games, they put parts where you don't know what you should do to trigger the next event, and you end up having to talk with everyone, go everywhere until you find that actual flag. And that's not good game design, in my opinion. You should at least, I'm not saying you should give literal breadcrumbs on the ground to show the player where he's supposed to go. That's a bit too much, and some games nowadays are doing that. But at least give some, some idea of hint to gently nudge the player into the right direction.
I'm not ready to call this just a memory. Not yet.
I mean, unless you're playing a game like Oblivion that I was playing some months ago here, or Fallout or whatever, where, every tiny bit of the map can hide something interesting to find, some secrets, some loot, whatever. And that's fine. So I guess, even though those games actually do give directions on where to go, what to do, but you can turn them off, you can explore at your... to your heart's content. Yeah, to your heart's content. I guess that's the expression. I really don't want to do the desert today. Remember this. That's cool. Sounds something like something Shakespeare would say. I don't know why I get that impression, to your heart's content. My company won. I did more than 400 points, right? Yeah.
Wait! Far be it for me to say or speak, but you mustn't argue like this. It really won't do. Not at all. Yep, I can taste it in the air. Confrontation, I mean. Guests simply will not come with all this confronting. Please allow me to take care of business.
I hate this character with a passion, like the very strong passion. Like Japanese games, I don't know how thorough your experience with video games in general. Japanese games, I believe, do reach some high points that Western games almost never reach, but at the same time their average quality is lower, but they have this tendency of putting in these very extremely obnoxious characters that are really like you want to punch them every time you see them on the screen. But those being Japanese games where you're supposed to follow the story. You're not supposed to create it, because that's the idea of Japanese games and Japanese society in general. They like when you go, to very upscale sushi restaurants in Japan. Not that I did, but I read stuff. They have an option that you basically pay the highest price. Usually it's like 100 euros in the less expensive ones, and you don't know what you're going to eat. You may be allowed to uh, make some suggestions to the chefs, as insofar as why do I say insofar if I don't know how to use that, regarding your preferences. Maybe you prefer raw fish rather than cooked fish, or the other way around. Okay. Oh, that's cool. That's so very cool that you just gave me that. If that's what I think it is. Yes, it is. Thank you. Where is the other thing? Yeah. So I was saying, I was saying there is this tendency of leaving everything in the hands of the chef, because since he's a chef, since he's an accomplished and experienced master of his craft, he's supposed to know better than you regarding food. So he's supposed, which makes no sense, because I have my own taste. But never mind that, he's supposed to know more about you than what is good to be eaten. And this applies to most crafts in Japanese society. Like, it's almost like, and the same goes for story in these games. They're not allowing you to create your own story, as in similar Western games like Oblivion or Fallout or what have you. There's supposed to be one fixed story, and you're supposed to follow, because the screenwriters know better. I guess that's a point of view.
Elder, what path should Ronso walk? Garrick not know.
Garrick must be patient.
Garrick feel hate, try to stop. But without path, hate is strong. Garrick lose to hate. Garrick rather unleash anger than go mad searching for path Garrick cannot find.
I guess they have a wider selection of dishes, and depending on what you suggest, they can choose. Actually, would love to go to Japan. We are organizing sort of for 2022, when my best friend's brother will turn 30. And he's already been to Japan, when me and my best friend have not. And we're planning about 20 days of holiday there. 20 days because, you know, it's not like you go there every day or every week or every year. So once you're there, it's better to do most things and see most places. And if I manage to, and if next year is viable, and I still have no idea if it is, if it will be, I would like to go by myself as well. Not a couple days, because a couple days means getting on the plane, getting off, and getting on another plane, coming back. But 5 or 6 days by myself, just to get a first taste. The only thing is that I'm I think I've met him, because he's the one that I wrote him. It was in your stream. I wrote him like a greeting or whatever it was in Japanese, and he said good Japanese, and I think I've met him. Yeah, but I'm actually in contact with a few Japanese people, so. Because exactly, that's what I was about to say.
We've got bigger fish to fry.
I usually don't like, not usually, I don't like organized tours, like when you are in a group of 10 people and you have a fixed itinerary and whatever. Because it feels like being on a school trip, and I've had my share of that, thank you very much. I'll just fast forward. And I like to have. I think I talked about this in one of our streams as well once already. That if I want to have a full day of just doing nothing and sleeping in my hotel without going out or doing anything, I want to have the freedom to do that. Fully aware that I'm wasting money and time, but you know, I don't want to feel tied by an itinerary. But at the same time, I recognize that Japan might necessitate some kind of guidance. I mean, there's nothing stopping you from just going there, even if you don't know the language, which I do know a little bit, and wander around. No, stopping you from going and wandering around. Yeah, exactly. So I was actually thinking of finding a middle ground between these two options, which is there are some. It will be more expensive for sure. Of course, I'm talking about my solo trip. When we go free, we will organize everything by ourselves because you know we're free. But going by myself, I will probably do like organize a solo tour. What they basically do is that they organize only the hotel and the movements from one city to another. But everything in between, like they say, okay, you'll be staying 5 days in Tokyo and 5 days in Kyoto and 5 days in Osaka. And we will come pick you up at the airport, we'll accompany you to the hotel, but from that moment to the next, to 5 days after, when you're supposed to change cities, you're on your own. And of course they probably give you some suggestions on where to go and what to see, and they actually keep someone local that you can contact to ask for help or directions or whatever. But you're free to do what you want. So I think that's a fair middle ground between the two options, even though it's going to be more expensive naturally then. I'm going around randomly with absolutely no idea if I'm supposed to go here, if I've already completed the episode without knowing. I'm actually wondering if trading off a bunch of HPs and strength was a good idea in favor of speed and immunity to altered statuses, which I actually guess is a great thing, especially in such gimmicky games such as Final Fantasy. Have you? Well, yes, you have traveled abroad because you've been talking about both Bulgaria and Paris, I think. Have you traveled elsewhere in your lifetime, which is longer than mine? By which I mean, of course, that you are more experienced than I am. I'm going the wrong way. Definitely going the wrong way. No, I'm just saying you're more experienced than I am, and you probably you've even from a mathematical point of view, you have had more chance of traveling than I have in my lifetime. Important thing is feeling young inside. Something I don't, by the way. America. Oh yeah, you were talking about America when you were talking about the trucks. Austria, twisted angle the first day, I never got on the slopes. France, Bulgaria, Greece, Poland. That's actually a pretty good list. And extensive one as well. I'm only as young as the person you're feeling, which is why my GF is 12 years younger than I am. No, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it would be a problem if you were 20 years old, but again, you are not, so. It's just getting too old. So she's the old one in the couple. And I'm probably... When did Yuna die, by the way? I didn't even see that. I've been... when I was little, and by little I mean up until I was 8 years old, I traveled a lot with my parents because we had... well, we still have, but we had a lot of friends abroad. We had friends in Sweden and in Czech Republic. So we used to do these long car trips, starting from Italy, going from Austria, Germany, Denmark and Sweden, then going back Poland, Czech Republic, then again Austria and Italy. And like even 2 or 3 weeks at times. It was very cool, although, you know, being 8 years old doesn't really give you any... I mean, yeah, you enjoy where you are, but you don't really think that you're traveling abroad, you know, in a different country. You can't really savor the experience. And what else? We've been to Egypt and Tunisia. However, just in beach resorts, so I don't think that really counts as, you know, visiting those countries, because you're basically in a walled garden with armed guards at the border of the resorts, and sometimes they are not enough to stop people from barging in, and you're not really living the country. By myself, I've been to Bulgaria, as you know. Well, France technically, but I always stayed at a hotel and it was just for a convention. I didn't really visit for anything. Well, the UK twice, as we were saying. Well, not the UK, I mean, yeah, technically the UK, but just London. That's something I also wouldn't mind doing. Especially because I'm very good at following orders and directions, so if they tell me don't do that, don't do this, I'm more than okay with that.
It's finally quieted down, huh?
I guess a technical term for my behavior would be bootlicker.
Well,
I'm a good
I guess your
bootlicker. I'm a
memories
very
are
good
finally
bootlicker.
safe, Yuna.
I'm very good at making you think.
But
I'm on your
I
side.
have to learn to be
I'm
stronger.
kidding.
Even places full of
Well, I'm not
memories.
totally kidding, but
Even a place like this can't last forever. I need to accept.
you're single because...
You want to not care.
That's
That's
funny.
not what I'm saying.
Just be yourself.
I guess. Yeah.
That's something I should say in my non-existent
Perhaps
Tinder
one day
profile. Good at following
I'll find
orders.
something more precious.
Can
But
cook.
until that day comes, I want to protect
He's a good
this
listener.
place.
Very good listener.
The monkeys can't do it alone.
Mostly a
see
good
something?
listener.
Maybe.
Second, third, fourth, fifth hand listener. I'm...
Ah, the Lady Yuna. Would you like to hear about Vegnagun?
No, but I'm assuming I will have to, because of completion percentage. Yeah, exactly. Achievement unlocked.
Although Vegnagun was constructed during
That's...
the Machina War,
yeah,
there
sorry.
is no
I see what you did there.
ever being used. One could argue that the coming of sin made
And,
war a secondary concern.
With friends, I've been to Sweden
But the
again,
real
Finland,
reason was
Czech Republic
Vegnagun
again.
was nothing short of a titanic failure.
Never, I've been to Portugal.
You see,
It was cool.
It was quick to respond
Lisbon,
to hostility, but lacked the
Spain
ability
never
to
once in my
discern
life.
friend from foe. A weapon that slaughters indiscriminately would be far too dangerous for actual use in
Germany,
combat.
no, apart from passing through.
Incidentally, This is why Vegnagun was
Also,
never
I guess,
considered as a measure
was very
to
cool.
combat sin.
It reminded me a lot
Instead,
of,
it was
well, I
locked
guess it's the
away
other way
under
around, of
Vavel.
Latin America, I mean,
Jeez, Gramps.
Southern American
You really know a
countries.
lot.
Where'd you learn all that?
I guess,
That would
I mean, the
be-
language tends to be the same to the
That
one in
would
Brazil,
be-
after all, so...
Well, this should explain things.
Gramps, you're dead?
Gee,
Mortifying.
girls,
isn't it?
she's been telling you she knows a girl who lived 1,000 years
To
ago,
completely forget that I am unseen.
and you're surprised he's dead? I
It
mean,
was only
oh,
when I shook your hand, Lady Una, that I remembered.
remember.
1,000
Where
years
else?
ago,
I've been to
here in
Finland, I already
Vanaheim,
said
I
that.
shook the hand of another young lady.
I think that's it.
1,000 years.
America's never been there. Asia never been there.
It was Len.
Australia never been there.
It was quite a
I would like to
strange
visit New
feeling
Zealand, actually.
Taking your hand. Two different people from two distant times with exactly the same.
Norway I've been to, but again I was very young.
You
Well,
met a
not
lot of
very young,
people,
but
huh?
too young to remember.
Yes, my child.
To be honest, I don't even
Many
remember
meetings
Sweden except for that
and just
trip I did
as
3 years
many
ago.
partings.
Nor Czech Republic. I mean, I remember
There are many
kinda
people
remember
I've
my
known have
our friend's
all
house. That's it.
journeyed to the far plane, leaving only me behind.
Remember, my parents used to make jokes on me
Gramps?
because they were in cahoots with their friends. Like
Father?
we were at a restaurant and
My memories seem to have
they pretended there was our friend was speaking in Czech with the waiter, and
So people really
I told
are
him to ask. I asked him what meat is this we're eating,
Well,
and
Machen, thank you.
my friend
I
said,
hope
"Oh,
you
it's
need
wolf. It's wolf meat." I was like, "Oh, really? No, I don't believe you. Is it really wolf meat?" And he called the waiter. He said something in Czech, and he answered in Czech. I don't know if he told him something completely unrelated, or if he told him like to play along. I was like, yeah, he confirmed it's wolf, and I was all, fire. Yeah, I've eaten wolf. Why would I be excited about eating wolf? I don't know, but I was. And then they told me, no, it was all a joke. It was probably beef or something like that. Although I did eat crocodile in Czech Republic. Although I don't really remember that. And it was like a chicken. It was like a chicken cutlet. I don't think there is such a thing as a chicken cutlet, but whatever. Chicken breast, more like, that tasted like fish. So I guess not that different from a swordfish. What's that? Pork. Oh, it's more like chicken for me. I would like to try snake. I don't know if I'm weird like that. Like actual snake meat, not weird snake stuff. Oh crap. This is going to be a bitch. Hot zebra. They do zebra in a place near Milan. They actually do zebra, kangaroo, ostrich, ostrich. Oh, it's kind of crap. Well, I'd assume it's kind of stringy, maybe. And I've had in Finland, can you believe, the best meat almost more or less the best meat I had in my life, which sounds very dirty, but I'm serious for once, was in Finland, where they served us moose. No, reindeer, not moose. I've had a reindeer fillet with a sauce made from, well, the cooking sauces and celeriac. The fillet was the best meat fillet I've ever had in my life. The taste, the tenderness. And they do it in Milan too, which is why I wanted to try to see if it was the same thing or was just the magic of Finland. Let me check what I'm supposed to do in this godforsaken place. Sorry, I'm not... I'm just trying to understand where I'm supposed to go. Okay, I can go and do the end game. Oh, that's interesting. I think I will do just that because I'm kind of getting tired of this game. You were here all along, and I've been...
Yuna see Kamari's shame.
Don't be ashamed. Yeah,
Trying to fix code.
Cody's right.
Yeah, I understand
Forget
what you...
about that ogre.
Kimari is elder.
Wait, let me just...
Kimari must lead way
how
to
can I...
Monsoon future.
Send directions on Instagram to somebody? I don't think I can. But
Good news.
I can do that.
Ronso children return to mountain.
Is there a share place with no like direct?
We caused Elder Kamari much worry. But we could not find a way to restore Elder's horn.
We are sorry.
No apologies. Lost Liam and aid trouble Kamari more than lost Horn.
Elder.
Liam and aid
So check
enjoy
if I can
seeing
find the
vast Skira.
picture, although...
Yes, Elder. Aid did not want to come home.
Leon felt that way too. We saw today's Spira with our own eyes, and
was
we
it
thought deeply.
2009? Or
We
was it
think about path to future Spira.
2018? No, it wasn't 2009.
We
Come
decided we will journey again and meet many people.
Long journey teach Liam and aid more than Icy Mountain can.
on. No, it was before that. Can't have been 2020 for obvious reasons. Like, I love how I'm completely ignoring this cutscene.
Kamari?
Kamari decide.
It was after this part. How come I don't remember when I actually went somewhere? That's... Or was it... No? No? Sorry, just wanted to make sure. I think it was way before. Yeah, this is December. I will have to find it like here. Oh, I'll do it later. So, I have to speak with you guys. No, then I have to speak with you. No, I have to speak with you. Okay, I just have to reach it. Should I remove random encounters? No, I will just do them automatically, not a big deal. So I'm counting on finishing this game by Friday. Assuming I don't run into issues defeating the final boss and everything. I wish I could have done more to reach 100%, but although that is the best ending, but it's just not worth it in one playthrough in my opinion. Just too much hassle. So we'll just finish it and be done with it. And I was thinking of keeping the 6 PM slot, at least it's 6 PM my time, but without actually organizing something like a specific game, because many people cannot be here. And doing something like random, or well, not just chatting stream, because that would be kind of pointless with no people following, but like random games, or maybe if I feel like playing some LBA, just doing some random LBA with no particular stream goal in mind, just to spend a good hour with some interested people and just have fun, basically.
Garrick not listen unless Kamari speak of Ronso future. Kamari unable to give answer, he not have. Kamari not elder.
Can I hurt him?
Ooh, now she's mad.
So be it. Kimari teach Garrick how to use force.
Good to know.
Kamari use
I'm looking
force?
for a
Force not solve
picture
problems.
of-
Kamari still have no answer.
Silence! Garrick not think for himself. Beg Kimari for answer. Garrick not even pop.
Couldn't have been that
What?
far back.
Leon and Aid make long journey. Find own path.
Before 2019.
So,
That
Garrick
sounds wrong for some
settle
reason.
Garrick problems?
Wrong. Garrick not alone. Let us think together. Kimari is elder.
Elder right. One Ronso problem is problem for all. All Ronso problem is problem for one.
One day Ronso path will be clear. This Kimari.
I don't know, I give up. Unless... whatever.
Maybe it needs horn.
Oh, maybe I know
Kimari
where
think
they are.
looking at road ahead better than looking back on things lost. Kimari look at future.
I was wondering,
Garrick want to see too.
wait, what was I
Ronso
wondering?
must look together without fear.
Okay, in LBA 1, in LBA 2, you can get the ball without getting the tunic. Because you're supposed to retrieve the tunic and the medallion
Honor to
on their
Ronso.
own at the museum. And that's okay.
Honor to Mountain.
However, in LBA
Long
1,
live Elder Kamari.
I think technically
Long live
you
Kamari!
cannot get the ball without the tunic. Because they're both in the same wardrobe or whatever. Yeah. So my question is, and I don't think I've tried
Better
doing
than
that
looking
in
back
when
on
you had
things
the
lost,
bot
he
on.
said.
When you throw the ball
Ouch.
without the tunic, does it change? I mean, the
Let's go.
animation works even if you're wearing the. I mean, if you're wearing the prisoner's tunic
What
or
about
the
her?
lab coat or whatever, doctor's coat. Does it show the animation with the prisoner's tunic or the doctor coat? Or does it change to the tunic for the animation? Yeah, okay, apart from not bouncing, obviously. Which actually... So the bouncing is tied only to the actual magic value you have. Doesn't matter if you have the tunic or not. It just checks for how much. It throws fine, okay. No, I was wondering if it was something like the saber, that when you have the saber you automatically are shown with the tunic even though you don't have it. %85%. So next time we can do both. We can go and finish the game, which is what's I'd be inclined doing, or we can go and fight this asshole. We won't be able to, so... Oh well, we'll see next time, which is tomorrow. Yay. All these abilities they're learning, I don't even know what they do. That's actually interesting. It's also very interesting. That's very interesting, Berserker. Okay. We are doing pretty fine, all things considered. So I won't be back tonight because I'm taking the night off, as usual on Wednesdays. I'll be here tomorrow at both 6 and 9 my time. So thanks, Freak, for hanging out. I will see you next time, whichever of us is streaming first. And have a good dinner. Well, it's 6 a.m. 6 p.m. where you are, so I guess you still have to have dinner. We'll have mine now. Take care as well, and I will see you next time.